After completing their investigation into the actions of Colonel Mark Charfauros on Christmas Eve that was seen all over social media, Police Chief J.I. Cruz has demoted Colonel Mark Charfauros to the rank of Major. Here's more.
Effective today, I have demoted Colonel Mark C. Charfauros from the rank of Colonel to the rank of Major.
Mark Charfauros was just promoted to the rank of Colonel last year, and he became the highest ranking officer within the Guam Police Department. But that honor was taken away today, and GPD Chief J.I. Cruz says the decision was his.
The decision to reduce Colonel Charfauros to the rank of Major was my decision based on what the Department of Administration rules and regulations indicate that what authorities I have as the Chief of Police in rendering this kind of final adverse action.
The investigation into Charfauros took several weeks to complete and was conducted independently by 3 other law enforcement agencies: the Department of Corrections, the Guam Fire Department, and the Guam Customs and Quarantine. Although it's clear that the results of the investigation don't go in favor of Charfauros, Cruz said he could not disclose the findings of the investigation. But the incident that was being investigated has already been seen thousands of times, even all over social media. On Christmas Eve last year, Charfauros is seen in body cam footage berating officers responding to a call of illegal fireworks or explosives in Agate. At one point, Charfauros was even heard cussing in the video.
What the f*** are you guys doing in there? You let us go, you to go in there?
With this demotion also comes a reduction in Charfauros' salary. Chief Cruz says he will also be looking into which department he will be placing Major Charfauros into when he returns to work on February 23rd.
Can you give us an idea of what a demotion entails for a police officer from Colonel to Major? Does that include a cut in their salary? What does that mean?
It does. So in taking a look at Major Charfauros' previous pay grade, he stood at a certain pay grade. That pay grade and step escapes me at this particular point. However, because there was a demotion, he has obviously been reduced in that.
The investigation into the incident, however, is not over. Chief Cruz says there is still the second half of the investigation to conduct, and this involves all the police officers who responded to the Agate residence that night.
Can you say how many employees are involved in that particular investigation?
Well, we're taking a look at the officers that responded to the incident that occurred that evening. So we're looking at the actions of all the officers that were on duty that night. And that night in question, I don't have the exact number, the count of the police officers, but all the officers on duty were summoned down to the precinct, or to the incident, the call.
Chief Cruz adds that Major Charfauros will still have the ability to appeal the final adverse action with the Civil Service Commission if he wants to challenge his demotion.